Alright people, this is the Steely. I have two. So this one up here comes with this thing right here, which is like a, I showed you what it looked like that. I got this one, and I have another one in storage just like that. But I got this one because the that bracket right there, that thing's messed up. And I'm gonna see if they have a warranty on it. I just went in and got it. I haven't looked at the warranty on it. But I like the Steelies. And I have a Steely here. I have that one. And then I have one in the bunk. So I'm gonna put that on there, and we'll talk in a minute. I'm at restaurant Depot in Phoenix delivering, and then I'm gonna drop the trailer at my home terminal, and then I'm about to go do some laundry, and we're gonna do a good cleaning of the truck and packing up a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna put it on top because me and Joe, we've had a little beef, and he usually is the one that drives me everywhere. But I'm gonna get it out of here. Probably I was gonna try to do it this home time, but I'll get everything out. Well, at least this gives me this whole week to start packing, and then I just, like I said, I want to have this truck down to 2 duffel bags. On top of that, I was just told that I have a oil leak, which they had mentioned in the last I'll turn it around. We're back in play, people. We're back in play. Hola, happy Thanksgiving to everybody that's coming up tomorrow. I was gonna do Black Thursday. I was only going for, there's a speaker. It's a speaker, it's only like Bluetooth. But I was at Walmart the other day, and it's cheaper at Walmart than it is in the Black Friday ad at Best Buy. So I'm going to go ahead and just get it at Walmart when I decide to go get it. Which probably be sometime this week if I decide to do that. I haven't decided yet. Try to pick up my new glass frames depending on what my paycheck is tomorrow. Hoping this gets on here. This is the load. They had to delay it because I got stuck in the snow. So they said I have everything scanned yesterday. I got everything scanned except for the bill of lading for this stop. So I'm going to go ahead and scan that in, hopefully today. Scan everything in today, and prayerfully. But while I was here, the guy said, hey, I think you got an oil leak. And I was like, yeah, I know. the sad part is, here, let me help y'all out. They identified, I'm going to have to find the paper. I'm going to take pictures of it. They identified the oil leak in the last B service. Didn't fix it. They identified the air dryer, which Lewis Shelton, thank you. The air dryer, so if y'all don't know what the air dryer is, it's like a backup system on your airline so that if water gets in there, it keeps the air dry so you don't keep moisture in there. Well, they identified some issues with that. We'll look at it next B service. I have no comment. This is the safety stuff I was talking about. That should have been fixed on the B service when I dropped the truck off. So it's insanity. It's okay though. It's okay. That's what this week is about. So, I'm going to be off until Tuesday. Well, Tuesday's going to be my last day at home. I'll roll out for probably about 30, 45 more days. And then, prayerfully, we'll see what comes up after that, what my decisions are. I really like Prime. My concern about Prime, though, is their physical. That's really more than anything my concern. I'm not worried about a background check. I'm not worried about any of that. I have a limp now after I fractured my ankle. I'm fat as hell. And I don't know what their physical consists of. I've watched some YouTube videos. I'm going to talk to DeeBoy Stance to see what that is. I'm hearing it's different for reefer drivers. I don't know if it's different for different people. I don't know what all you got to go through. But I understand they put you through rigmarole. There's some just rigors. And really what they're doing is probably weeding out folks. My biggest problem, though, is I really like the driver manager I have. But at the same time, I know I can do better than here. And I know I can get more money than what I'm getting here. So that's huge for me, and I also know I can probably get better equipment. I saw that with the Oklahoma company gave me great equipment. The driver manager was a nice lady. She was never there, but their practices were really scary. So they would call you during sleeper berth. They try to act like, oh, we're not telling you to speed. Yes, you are. If you're telling me I'm in California and you say, well, can't you get there sooner? You can get there sooner, can't you? If the speed limit is 55 and I'm XYZ number of miles and I'm giving you an ETA based on that speed limit, you're telling me to speed, especially when you leave that. And I got it on voicemail. And it wasn't just me, because they told me, oh, yeah, well, he was really nice. We called him during sleeper burst so he could call that load. And the other thing I don't like about them, when I tell you I need a reset. And we could possibly roll hours, but to me, that is the driver's decision. The reason I say that is if your driver is tired, that is a time when they reset. And when I reset, I rest and I do laundry. When I saw their drivers, before I went to that company, one of my concerns was that all their drivers looked tired. They looked like they had just rolled off a park bench. The trucks were filthy. And here you're giving me a 2019, but a lot of the drivers were getting brand new trucks. But the trucks looked just hellish. They were filthy and dirty because these guys never had time to clean the truck because they were running them into the ground. I remember I T-called a load in Colorado because I ran out of hours for that day. And that driver looked he was exhausted. He said, I'm so tired. I'm like, and what I was sensing, what I was experiencing was because I was exhausted. You make good money because they're running the hell out of you, but you're yeah, I'm good, but it's dangerous doing that. You don't want your body to get there. And then somebody asked me about, I think somebody had some questions about the breakdown because I said we don't get paid for breakdown. I said we do. So the company I'm at currently, they don't pay you for breakdown when you're under a load. Okay. If you're empty and you break down, they'll pay you. My dad said, that don't make no damn sense. And I said, yes, it does. If you know you're not maintaining your equipment, especially your trailers. Trailers are huge. I mean, both of them actually. But trailers are huge. And you're not maintaining them. Something goes wrong. You break down under the load. You're stuck with the load. Then I'm not going to pay you. But if you're empty, then I'll pay you breakdown, because the goal is not to have you empty that long. You can only be down for 3 days waiting on a truck repair. And if it's a trailer repair, then let's just put you in an empty trailer. We can keep you running. Because if they paid breakdown both ways, they would then see how poorly maintained, especially trailers are, but all their equipment is. I hope they would see it. They would hopefully see that by the amount of money going out the front door on breakdowns. But if you do it the way they're doing it, you can continue to do Band-Aid fixes for the equipment. That's the best way I can put it. You can do Band-Aid fixes. And I'm wearing, y'all see I wear different company shirts. This is Penske. So, Oklahoma. So, I get shirts from everywhere. So, y'all, that's where she's at. Okay, y'all keep on thinking. Unless I tell you where I'm at. And that's the other thing. Somebody has asked me, I think it was Garcia, you asked me where I work. And I said it in some of my earlier videos, which way back. I don't usually tell where I work. I've worked at several different companies, so I can answer a lot of questions. I don't tell where I work for a lot of reasons. One is for personal safety. There's a bunch of weird-ass people in the world. But the other reason is I just don't. They don't pay me to promote the company, and it's not that I'm this huge person on the tube, but you don't pay me for that. So, I'm not going to promote or demote the company. And don't get me wrong, I have actually some people who've talked to me, I've told them to come here. Matter of fact, I told you this is one of the companies. I had a list of companies I gave you, and this was one of the ones on the list for somebody starting. I think it's a great starter company because you're going to go through every possible scenario you can. You're going to deal with broken equipment, which you need to do. You're going to deal with different personalities, which you need to do. You're going to deal with good, bad, and ugly, which you need to do. And these starter companies will take you but after you get that starter company thing, you should end up hopefully getting into, you might have to search for them, a company that treats you like an adult. They treat you like you're human, meaning that the equipment is geared towards, starter companies give you more streamlined equipment, okay? They just do. They give you the bare bones of necessities. They don't, usually it's nothing fancy. Like that other company, I had a television on there, I had where I put my refrigerator, I had where I put my microwave. That to me is your grown-up company for your adult. Now, we got to get the other behaviors in line. That's the treatment behind the scenes. Driver manager, making sure they're working with you. I don't believe that your driver manager is your boss. I believe it's a partnership because you're the driver. You have to make the decisions when it's safe to go come, and you pretty much plan getting a load there, okay? I believe that's a partnership. She or he works in the office to communicate any issues you have, get you your loads. They make their money that way, and they work with you as a partnership for you to make money and for them to make money and to safely, hopefully, do it. And I have that right now. The lady I have right now, definitely her and the girl she works with, to me, they're very much those two for sure. The other two, I work with them sometime, but those two for sure. it's more of a partnership. So after your first year, you should be looking for a company that's going to treat you like an adult, give you good sound equipment, and if you're over the road, really something somewhat comfortable, because the way I run, like I said, I'm usually out for 5 to 6 weeks, and then I want home time for 5 days. So what did I run into? The company that does the military. Oh my God, I forgot the name of them. I got their information. I'm not doing that yet because I got some financial stuff I have to take care of, and I know they do a full analysis of you for DOD, your finances, your credit, everything. So I want to take care of that before I even deal with possibly. But that company, they also want you to team. They really prefer teams. I guess they do have a few solos, but they want you to team. But you can make very good money. But for every week you're out, you get 2 days off, and you can take your full 10 days and roll, and they don't take your truck from you. And then I forgot how often she told me they turn those trucks in like every 2 to 3 years, and you get a new truck. So, it was a husband and wife, and I think it was like $160 some thousand a year. And it is a DOD background check. I have to remember the name of the company. And what's weird is she told me, she said, strangely enough, their main terminal is somewhere else, but their headquarters is here in Arizona. So, I didn't know that. And I'm not shocking though. Arizona, we do have quite a bit of stuff here in the state of Arizona. Microsoft just bought a big facility on the west side, a big piece of land. They're doing something, I don't know exactly what it is. We also have some Amazon warehouses. We have several Walmart DCs here. So Arizona we have quite a bit of stuff here. And I can't remember, I think we have the electric car place here too. What an electric car place? I forgot the name of the car company. But just to go through that. But yeah, he says, you got some oil over there. I was like, I'm going to go look and see how bad it is. But I said, yeah, they saw it in the last, it was leaking. I said, I'm going to the terminal, but, I just can't. I just don't have the energy anymore. It's just like, do what I need to do and move on. Like I said, my biggest thing is I really like the lady I have. Even with even the back, I was kind of fussing about that, but I put that thing right on in that dock, and perfectly too. I had to pull up a couple times, but other than that, I jacked that thing around that little street and put it right in there. I was like, oh my God, I did so good. I was proud of myself. Because I haven't done tight backs like that since Conway. Because up in Canada, there's a lot of tight backs. Canada's almost like the East Coast. So, well, maybe not as bad, but it's bad. You got a lot of low bridges, and it's in, different measurements. You got to centimeter, whatever. You got to try to figure that out and what to look. It's different. Very pretty, though. Very clean. Very clean. Very pretty though. Oh, green, pretty, very hilly though. A lot of very huge climbs up. But yeah, because you're going up. Like I only went into BC. Bill's done all of them, and he's getting ready to start doing them again. He's gonna close out his last time with this other company. He's gonna be doing Canada. So he'll be making good money. But he's got to unload the truck too. But I think he's just pulling. He's palletized, so he's just got a pallet jack and pull it off like that. Trying to think. Anyway, yeah, so I'm sitting here waiting for them to unload me, which shouldn't be long because there's ain't but 4 or 5 pallets on there. And then when they come out, turn this thing off, and then I'm going to have to put myself into personal convey to the terminal. I need fuel. I need DEF. Drop this trailer, and then I'm going to try and decide if I'm a bobtail and do laundry, or if I'm a bobtail and go see a movie and get my feet done. I had family I'm going to hang out with, but I'm not staying with them. I'm going to do my hotel thing again. I'm really tired, so I don't want to go and stay with family and friends. Y'all be more tired. So I'm probably going to get my hotel stay for Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Monday I got doctor's appointments, and tomorrow's the holidays. I do not want to, I don't want a lot of drama. I just really want to chill. So, yeah, so today I might do the laundry today. I have to see. I'm so good. I'm just tired. And then I might go get me some pho. And then come back and arrange the truck. Because the pho is right next to where I get my manicure, pedicure. I might go get my manicure, pedicure today. Oh, I bet you they're crowded as hell, though. Because everybody and their mom up in there getting their manicure, pedicure. Oh, Jesus. And I don't know if I'm going to do it Saturday. But I need my feet. I need my feet done, y'all. I need my feet done. Oh, I've been listening to the news, as y'all know I do when I drive. Sometimes I listen to Urban View, MSNBC, CNN. Those are my ones that I listen to. And everybody been talking about the Trump thing with the journalist that was killed. And I was listening to his interview, which was hilarious. God forgive me, just that whole, somebody put something on Facebook, and I said, I feel like I'm is involved in the soap opera from hell, because this is just like hellish. And what did he say? He said, and I started to laugh, because God bless him, I feel bad that the man died. They were asking him, how are you going to handle this situation with the fact you do know that the Saudi Arabians killed this man, and that this prince dude, he ordered the killing. Oh, he said he didn't. But the CIA is telling you they did. They got proof of this, that he ordered it. Oh, basically, I don't care what he said, I'm going to listen to him, and he talk about the money, right? And it's like, well, so I can't remember if they asked something about, more in depth about who did he think killed it, he said, well, who can really say? Oh, the way he did it, I was like, this brother right here is off the Richter scale. It's just, I don't mean to laugh in the sense that it's funny. It's just so crazy that it's one of those ones you just look at somebody when stuff is really crazy, and all you can do is sit there and laugh at them because you like this crazy as hell. Crazy. I got no other response. It's insanity. So you can kill any of our people because you sending us supposedly all this money that I don't know. I believe that, and we want the relationships with you. So we gonna go ahead and just ignore what you did and that you planned to kill it. It's kind of like the Russian get killed that had them daughter and father or husband and wife killed over in, I think, in Europe or wherever, and they had to sanction him. And old boy didn't want to say that because that's his boy. I got nothing, y'all. I got absolutely nothing. It's just insanity. I will say this, and again, I don't try not to talk on spiritual stuff, but it is what it is. It is who I am. And I was thinking when I was driving in, listening to everything. And so what they've been talking about is what's called moral authority. We'll get into that in a minute. And, they use the example of people who, on the Urban View, who represent moral authority. And that, we're a country that always was a moral authority on things. I'm going to get that for y'all in a minute. And mine started thinking, and I don't know, back around my 30s, I think it was. Early 30s, about early 30s. There was a book series that came out called the Left Behind series. So for those of you who are young, y'all don't know about it, you might want to bust that open. I did the audio version. There was an enacted audio version. We should try to get that whole series again. I used to have the whole series. I don't know how to deal with it. Anyway, it's an enacted audio series that you listen to, and or you can just read the books. Books were best-selling books. There was 2 authors who did it, and what they did is they took a biblical principle called the rapture, and they basically put the books around the rapture has happened, and this is the left behind, and these are the events that are going to take place during that period where the church is supposedly taken out. Okay? So, for those of you who don't know what the rapture is, crack a Bible or research it online, and it'll tell you. There's different viewpoints of when the rapture is supposed to happen. So, some think it's before a lot of drama happens. Some think it's mid. Some think it's closer to the end. And personally, I used to be a I don't know. I really don't know. The reason I say I don't know is because the more I read things and I go back in my mind about stuff biblically, every time there's something major, man wants the easy way out. But God does not always provide. He doesn't provide necessarily the easy way out. And I think it's because he wants to know what we're made of. And that's just really the way it works. It worked with the same way with David and how he got became a king. Same way with Joseph and how he became almost the leader of Egypt and saved everybody from the famine, and how he had to go into slavery in order to be built up to be that person and put in a position to end up being a advisor to Pharaoh, and then end up ultimately saving his brothers and family who sold his behind into slavery. And end up, it's and then later on events of those people being there and how they flourished, all of that tied back to Joseph. And then you get into when Jesus came on the planet, And when you look at how he got here, and then everybody thought that he was going to be Jesus because he's a Messiah. They thought he was going to come in and be this conquering king and kick the Romans out and leave the church, the Pharisees and Sadducees, which was the church leaders, in this major position. That's what they wanted. They wanted to be the boss. They wanted to be in charge. And they wanted the Messiah to come in as a conquering king, because there's two different prophecies for him. They didn't want him coming in as a humble servant, the guy who's just humble and trying to save us. We don't care about that. We want you to come in and kick these guys' butts up out of the seat and put us in power so that we can be in position. Drama. But what God does is he always does it the harder way to see what we're made out of. So now I have a question in my back of my mind. Is the church sitting here hoping to be raptured out prior to major events, and God gonna hurt their feelings again because they're gonna have to go through the hard part? They're gonna have to go through some of the tribulation period in order to see what they made out of. And I'm leaning more towards that. However it is, just hopefully have your crap ready. Okay? And it doesn't mean be perfect. It just means be in relationship. And being in relationship with people is not being perfect. Being in relationship is being forthright, honest, and trying to do better. That's really being in relationship. So when you're trying to be in relationship with God, forthright, honest, try to do better. Because David had issues. Moses had issues. We all got issues. Why? Because we're a flesh suit. This flesh suit causes us to be imperfect. Okay, off the preaching horse. So anyway, in the Left Behind series, it deals with some issues, and one of the things that kept playing in my head, and I don't know why it came to me today, there's a part, and if you guys don't want to read the book, there's a movie. The movie's okay. I didn't think the movie was great. The movie Left Behind 1 and 2 were okay. Left Behind 3 sucked. But Left Behind 1 and 2 were okay. 1, it gives you the premise. And they have the one with Nicolas Cage. I didn't like that one. I'm talking about the original Left Behind with, what's his name? Cameron. His name is Cameron. Cameron something. Anyway, I think it's Family something. Anyway, he's a Christian guy. He played in it, and that Left Behind is the one I recommend. The very first one, not the other one. He was Tim LaHaye or one of them just did it. If you do the movies, do Left Behind 1 and 2. Don't do the one with Nicolas Cage. That one sucked. But if you do 1 and 2, it'll give you an overall premise of what's supposed to happen. In the movie, and if I remember correctly, in the book, 1, it's surrounding news. News is given out like a world news organization. I think they call it GNN. So that's a spinoff of CNN, right? And Nick Cameron is a reporter who happens to be over in Israel filming and has some spiritual events that take place. The rapture takes place on a plane. The people who get left behind, who have family who are Christian, and then they're sitting there and those people are gone. How they deal with it, realizing what has happened because they have just enough Christian information to understand that this is a Christian event, and or came upon information that is provided to them, and all of a sudden they become believers. What they're going to have to go through, the new leader of the time, how this leader is, he solves all their ills, all their problems, or supposedly has it, is very charismatic in his own way. These other people that are from other areas who are financially involved with this quote-unquote leader. And in the movie, it's funny because Kirk Cameron, I think his name's Kirk Cameron, he said he goes to these girls that are helping him behind the scenes with stuff, and they research, and they're going to research what's going on, and they say, follow the money, honey. Follow the money, honey. And a lot of what we're finding out in this investigation they're doing right now is that's what they're doing. They looking at money. And I think old boy's a little stressed right now because now that you have a shift in the political climate with a certain, group now in control of one area of the government, that group has the power to follow the money even more. So that's why you see a lot of upheaval. Some people, it kills me because they're so naive, like, oh, they're just believing whatever this person says because it supports their agenda, it supports their thought process. And I'm not extreme, like I said, I'm kind of in the middle because I see aspects to both sides. I hate to say that. So there's things that I do think need to happen, and I know there's certain things that are happening, in my opinion, for spiritual reasons and for lineup reasons. And what that means is that sometimes you have to God is a chess player, not checkers. Let's put it that way. He's very strategic. And this whole thing is between two major opposing forces. I believe in God and the devil, or God and Satan. So it's two major forces, and this is a checker game. I mean, a chess game. It ain't checkers. This is very strategic. And there's a lot going on right now, and everybody is looking at these little bitty things, which is what I call deflecting. It's deflecting from, you got to stand back and look at the bigger picture. And if you're looking at all the little bitty things, that's the stuff that spoils. The Bible says it's the small things that spoil the vine. It's the little things that's going to spoil it. But if you stand back and look at the bigger picture, you'll start seeing some of what's going on. So, but we're talking about moral authority. I'm going to get you some information on that. This is a Rambles video because I want to ramble today. I'll be right back. Load was delivered. I'm now at Angry Crab Shack here in Phoenix, in Goodyear, Arizona, and gonna get me some seafood. Anyway, y'all, I hope you have a blessed Thanksgiving. I'm getting ready to get me. I'm home, and I really need to be home, and I'm gonna do some laundry after I'm done with this. And then I gotta find somewhere to get a shower. Peace. This is Angry Crab Shack, and this is that's a snow crab, and that's the shrimp. Head on. You can get one or head off. I don't care about head on or not. Anyway, getting ready to get my grub on. What's up, everybody? Happy Thanksgiving. I was meaning to do a Thanksgiving video. I'm getting it done right now. I'm a little late getting it done. I got my clippy thing, so I can put it back up here or over there, but I'll put it here. I want to wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving. I'm doing, for Thanksgiving, Cracker Barrel. I stopped by, drove by a couple people's houses. There were so many cars. I was like, I can't. And literally the other problem is, I just woke up maybe a couple hours ago. I got in here to Arizona yesterday at, what time did I get in here? I got in here early in the morning to deliver my load by 9. And I had a load to go into Restaurant Depot. I delivered that. And then I bobtailed over and got me some Angry Crab Shack in Avondale. No, Goodyear, Avondale, wherever. I went over there and got me some Angry Crab Shack. Started at Harbor Freight because I needed to get they had a tool bag I wanted, and I used disposable gloves with my fuel. So I need to get a new package because I was out. Just ran out when I got back home. I did laundry last night, and I was up very late because I washed everything. The rugs, I told you when I come home I do everything. I did the rugs, the bedding, everything. I'll be out the truck. Instead of staying with family, I decided to go because there's going to be a lot of people in town right now. And I was going to visit my place, so I'll go over there. And then one of my aunts just said, "Oh, baby, you coming to get something?" Too many people. And it's a lot of young people, a lot of little babies. I like kids to a degree, but after a while, especially kids, if they ain't well behaved, I want to lay hands on them, whip they behind. I can't stand. And we got a new generation of people that don't discipline children. That, ugh. Anyway, so I want to wish y'all happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully, for the truckers out there rolling around, y'all find y'all a dinner meal. There's plenty of places that are doing it. If you're at TA or Petro, they always have Thanksgiving dinner. Also, I knew I was somewhere one year I decided not to go home, and I was in the middle of nowhere. And this church came and was busing the truckers to a church for meals, which I thought was just phenomenal. So you could do that. I didn't do that. I decided just to chill. But I literally woke up at about 3, 4 o'clock, and then I just went and got my meal over at Cracker Barrel, which was a long behind wait. Cracker Barrel, y'all need to get better organized. They're very nice, but they were just totally disorganized. 50-minute waits for to-go meals. And not only that, you're waiting 20-25 minutes for somebody to come up just to take your to-go order. And then if you called, it was even worse. So, and I understand it's chaotic, and then they have an app, but apparently the girl said the app wasn't even working right. I was like, wow. They did give me some free tea to go. I got that, and then they gave me a free pie. I don't really care about that. I had like a patty sugar-free pie on my truck anyway. And then I'm going to get off the truck for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I'll be off the truck. And resting even more, which is why I wanted to do my cleaning today and tomorrow. I was going to go see a movie this morning, but I didn't even realize I slept. I woke up at 3:14 in the afternoon. I went to sleep, though. I did laundry, and I got done right before they closed, like 10-something. And then I headed to the truck stop, parked, made up my bed. That was about an hour, trying to get everything organized there, put the fresh sheets on, put the new bedding back, the fresh blankets back on. And then I was going to get a shower, and by the time I was done, I did what's called an alcohol rub down and got to bed. I'll probably get a shower here tonight because I need to go get a bag of ice. So I might have to go in there and get a shower. So I'll get a shower probably tonight, if not in the morning. But anyway, I'm going to enjoy my Thanksgiving meal. Get me pull the laptop down and watch me some movies. But I hope you guys are really chilling. I hope family's good to you. It's funny, I'm going to say this, me and my buddy Joe are having a little beef, and it has to do with some of him and his family issues. Not that it really has impacted me, but because you're frustrated because you're dealing with insanity with your family, don't be mad at me. And because you coddling people. But we won't even go there. And so today I was standing there, and one of the ladies was saying her husband she's getting meals to go at the last minute because they were supposed to have dinner with her husband's family. She said, but they don't communicate well. So, no, they're going to have dinner. She said, you sure? Because we could be at my mom's house having dinner because I know we're going to do food. And the husband, I think he was African-American and she was Latino. Latino families tend to be more family-oriented. Even if they don't get along, they work it out. They will work out their issues. I'll give them that. And even if, they don't, but I'm a realist. I'm a family realist. Y'all be real about your family. If you got family who's Shady McLaughlin, who sometimey, then they sometimey. I got sometimey family. I got ghetto family. I got hood family. I got okay family. I got bougie family. I got all those aspects of it, but be real about it. And I don't know why we tend to want to lie and cover up. And that's the problem is that it continues until we deal with it. It really does. And, it's just interesting. It is interesting. And I listened to her, and she was irritated. And she's like, yeah, they don't communicate well. I said, I got some of them. Or they live in fantasy land. I don't understand. The fantasy land was the real ones I don't understand. And I really have a problem with people who live in fantasy land. It's like, this family member's a-hole. Your child ain't no good. You ain't no good. But they, just the treadmill they want to live on. Okay. Well, I'm a realist. I just am. And that's probably why I pretty much don't deal with a lot of craziness. And probably don't. I have a very limited scope of who I jack with. As one of my friends says, she used the words effery. And that's, I can't deal with the drama. So I hope y'all don't have any drama. I hope y'all having a blessed Thanksgiving. That's a little bit of my rambles today. I'm tired. I'm going to upload this on the TheTrucker411, on the Trucker Dog. And be blessed. Have a good Thanksgiving, y'all. And probably try to get through this year. Unless hopefully things will get better. I don't think they are. I think they're going to be a little worse with our government climate right now. It gets worse before it gets better is what they say. Anyway, 2 and 2, be blessed. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all.